Hi, welcome to Debbie's Stairs Demo. I'm Debbie. Hi. Today I'm going to compare three very different products, but people often compare and say, I like over this like. Now for me, it's just a matter of apples and oranges and plums, I guess. It's all different. They're different type of mixtures, different types of inks, and they do three different, very different looks. The first thing I want to show you is the Tattered Angels. This is the mimosa. You know, you sort of give it your good little shake up here, back and forth, not up and down, or you're cramming some of the stuff up into the stem of this, and you don't want to do that. So I'm just going to spritz this across here, hopefully not hitting my screen, which I've done in the past, and just give it a coverage, just that easy, and you get a sparkle. And then my new camera is very sensitive, so I'm going to take a second and just pull it up here for you to see. It's just light. Back it up a little bit. And this is my understanding. If I'm wrong, hopefully someone from Glimmer Mist will tell me. This is a dye ink. It dries very fast. And it's full of nice glimmer. And they have a multitude of colors. Those who say, oh, I can make my own Glimmer Mist, you won't be making them in the colors that Tattered Angels has, because they have a lot. You should go to their website and check it out. Now, fortunately, I was able to get a hold of some Maya Mist, and it has a little ball in it, so you can just shake it up, no problem, however you want to. I've just gotten used to doing this. Now, this is a latte metallic, so I wanted a little shine with mine. It's not too much of a shine. Again, my understanding and what I have been told, again, hopefully if someone with Maya Mists or Maya Road knows different, tell me. This is a pigment ink, so it doesn't dry near as quickly, but gives you room to do more things. And this is darker. The pigment is darker, so I'm just going to spritz this on and give you an idea. And it has a wonderful metallic look. You can already tell the difference. Let's see, get some light going here. A darker coverage than what you would with a Tattered Angels, which is supposed to be a little bit more opaque and give you the color with a bit of glimmer, where the Maya Mist gives you more coverage with what you do. And that's true for all the different colors. Now another thing is using Reinkers Reinkers. Ta-da! Now I love my Reinkers Reinkers, and what I do is I use their little bottle. I have filled it up with, not filled it all the way up, I filled it with water to below the R, the last R on Ranger. I just squeeze it to get a dropper full, and then just very carefully. Now I would put this in, if I was not doing it in front of you, I would put my dye in first, then fill up my my water content. And you can add some perfect pearls to that to give it a shimmer if that's what you want. Now let me tell you why I like this one, and I have used this quite a bit for my daughter's wedding. This is a grape concord, a dusty concord, like a grape color. Now I could have taken this, the distressed ink, and my ink pad, and I did for some things that I had to do, because there was no way around it. But when I wanted a mass coverage on my page, doing this and circling everything 300 times was not worth it. It just, you know, that's death kill. I had to do that with the programs. So what I do is I take the color that I want, the color that's here, and take my re-inker and mix it with the water. And then I have, make sure your fingertip is, because there's no arrow or anything really, so you just have to make sure you're spraying in the right direction. And just give it a, prime it, ooh, and it gives you a wonderful coverage. And you can, and it lightens up as it dries. And you can dry it with your Heat It tool, but then you can see a nice conquered look. But if you can just tell, if I can go slowly here, this doesn't have the shimmer to it, but it gives you the distressed color. Now, some of the things that I like to do with my sprays, again, I like doing this one in a mass quantity. But let's go back to our Glimmer Mist Mimosa, which I adore, adore, adore. I just take and put my Kaiser White paper flower. And right now Prima's got some out that's just absolutely adorable for this. And you can see I just have it on a mat. I can use my craft mat. And I'm just going to give it some spritzing on it. And you can take your heated tool. Because it's a dye base, it's not going to take very long. I could put a nice pretty orange button right in the center of that. But look, I went from white to a nice pretty yellowish orange, or a mimosa, which is beautiful, beautiful color. And it does shimmer. So when you see it on your layout, it will shimmer and shake. And it'll be really pretty with the button right in the center of it. So that's, oh, this just sparkles like crazy. I love it. So that's one thing that the Glimmer Mist is good for. I don't lose any of the texture. I can see all the texture come through. I'm not covering any of that up. I'm just adding some color and glimmer to the pretty flower. So I like that one a lot. Now another thing that I did on another layout that I posted the other day is that I like to put texture. And we're going to be doing a lot of texture demos over the next month or two. But this is just sandpaper. And to be honest with you, the coarser the better. This just happens to be what I have. So I'm going to take my Maya Road, because I'm doing a lot of beach layouts. And I know it's coming up summer. Everyone's going to be doing some beach layouts for their summer vacation and everything. And this adds some texture to my layout. So I'm just going to spritz, and it gives it a really good coverage. And you can just sort of make it light or dark. And I can take, and it takes a little bit longer to dry, but we're not going to wait. But because this is wet, I can tear it very easily. And just tear this along the way. Ta-da! And I have a nice little strip that I can either put underneath a photo or my layout design with some shells on it, or I can do like I did with my other. And it's just wonderful, the texture. Hear it? Let's see, I'm going to let it focus. So you have different shades there because I didn't saturate it. And as it dries, you'll get to see a variation in this. Now, as far as my wonderful distressed Reinkers, this is a nice Concord, or I call it a grape color, but they call it Dusty Concord. Let me set this aside and set this aside. And I have a tag set up here, and probably will use it in one of my layouts. And I'm putting it this way. I'm using Tim Holtz masks, the little mini mask. It has a crown and a swirl. So I've got the swirl at the bottom. My crown just fell off because I was trying to show it to you. And up here, and I'm going to mist all of this, which I did a lot of this for the wedding and making some tags for different things. And so this was easier than trying to use this on, like I said, mass production of 200 to 300 of these at a time. So I just take and shake this up and give it whatever coverage that I want to give it. I don't want to cover the whole thing. And probably I would take my heated tool and dry it out. But I want to show you something that you can do so you're not wasting. Take another tag. Let's see, let's go this way. And just pick this up gently and flip it over. I didn't catch the whole thing. I was in a bit of a hurry, but it's okay. Still gives you a nice look. And basically you're stamping. You can see that you're stamping with what is on top of your mask. Let me see if I can get the crown up. I should have my little pliers here, or my tweezers. We'll get the crown up and flip that one over. And just touch it. It's going to be distressed because it's not going to cover the whole thing, but you'll get the shape. And flip that up. And see what you get? A nice crown that looks very distressed. And that. So you're stamping with your masks as well as coming up with a beautiful tag. And it'll dry a little bit lighter. And I can go in here and put maybe some different colors with my distress tool, my applicator. And so you get different looks. So God bless you, and you have a wonderful day.